This aircraft should not exist. It has no wings, no engine, and if it failed, the pilot wouldn't just crash, he'd become proof the idea was stupid. NASA still built it. They towed it into the sky, cut the cable, and waited to see if physics would forgive them. It did. This is the true story of the plane that tried to fly without wings and somehow helped humans land spacecraft on runways. For over half a century, flight meant one thing: wings. Wings generate lift. No wings means no lift. No lift means gravity wins. So when engineers suggested removing wings entirely, the idea sounded less like innovation and more like career suicide. But the problem wasn't aviation. It was spaceflight. By the late 1950s, rockets could reach space. Coming back down was another story. Capsules like Mercury and Gemini survived re-entry by slamming into the atmosphere, then parachuting into the ocean. It worked, but it was uncontrolled, inaccurate, and dangerous. NASA wanted something reusable, something that could glide, something that could land on a runway. But wings were a liability at hypersonic speeds. So engineers asked a dangerous question. What if the body itself was the wing? The concept was called a lifting body. Instead of adding wings, you shape the fuselage so airflow generates lift. No wings to overheat. No fragile structures sticking out. Just shape. On paper, it was elegant. In reality, nobody had proven it could work. So NASA built the ugliest test aircraft imaginable. The M2F1 had no engine, no wings, and no graceful lines. Pilots called it the Flying Bathtub. To get it airborne, NASA didn't even use a plane at first. They towed it behind a car across the desert. Later, a C-47 lifted it into the sky. The moment the cable released, the pilot became a human experiment. And against expectations, it flew. Not well, not comfortably, but it generated lift purely from its shape. The theory wasn't insane anymore. Encouraged, NASA built more advanced versions. The M2F2 and HL-10 were faster and heavier, and they were terrifying. At high speeds, they oscillated violently. Controls lagged. Stability vanished. On May 10, 1967, the M2F2 lost control during landing. It smashed into the desert and cartwheeled across the ground. The crash was filmed. The pilot survived. Barely. Most programs would have ended there. NASA didn't stop. Engineers redesigned the aircraft. They added a third vertical stabilizer, improved controls, refined the shape. The result was the M2F3, and suddenly the chaos disappeared. The lifting body became stable, predictable, controllable. NASA now had proof. A wingless spacecraft could return from orbit and land precisely on a runway. The lifting body program never became an operational aircraft. It became something more important. Its data shaped one vehicle above all others: the Space Shuttle. The shuttle's re-entry behavior, glide path, and landing profile owe their existence to these strange wingless experiments. The plane that tried to fly without wings wasn't a failure. It was a risk NASA had to take before spaceflight could grow up. If you like aviation stories that sound fake but changed everything anyway, subscribe. There are a lot more like this.